Hello guys, this is Sarah speaking, and this video is meant for presenting my first app I developed in Android, and it is a birthday card app for my dad, whose birthday is going to be on the 8th December next month. So I'm pretty proud of what I've done, and I hope you enjoy it. So this is my app. As you can see, it has some peculiarities, and we will go through that later. And for the moment, I would like to start following the presentation I made as documentation of my app, so that you can follow better my speech. So I did this app during the Google Developer Challenge Scholarship for Android Basics, because I'm total beginner in Android, so this is why I chose this course. And I was granted this scholarship starting from 6th November. So this is the agenda, what we're going to cover in this video. Basically, I will explain you what were the guidelines for building this app. Then I will explain how I designed the layout, how I coded, how I added images and text, how I chose the color palette and fonts, then how I gave a little polishment to the raw code I wrote. Then I will be explaining you what are the next steps I would like to implement for this app, and you will find all references and my contacts at the end. So let's start then. For what regards the context, we had like a quiz for the lesson 4, and our task was to do our own card. We went through the course designing a standard, let's say, birthday card, and then we were asked to do it alone on our own. So these were the steps that were listed in the exercise, and I am now at step 4, which is explaining my card to you, which is what I'm going to do right now. So let's start from the layout. I used Balsamiq to do the sketches, and my first idea was the one on the left side, and as you can see, was pretty basic. Basically, I was thinking to do a big linear layout with an image as background and then some text at the center. But then my mind started thinking, and I came out with this other more complex design. So let's see how I implemented it in the code. Basically, I decided to use the card view because I really like the idea of having a card here. Also for reusability of the code, I mean, in the future I can simply make another card and my app will look more beautiful than now. And then also because the material guidelines says that the cards are suitable for displaying different content, and since this is what I'm going to do, then I decided to refer to them. So as you can see here explained, my card view is this one. Then inside the card view I will have the image view, some text views, and then I will keep the action bar on the top. This is how I code it. I used only XML because I'm still at the beginning of my course, so I don't know how to really embed Java into it. This will come later, I'm not afraid of it. I mean, and for the moment I'll stick to the XML and try to do everything with that. Although with Java it could be even easier. So this is how my code looks like. I have a linear layout, then a card view, then a relative layout, an image view, some text views, and then everything closed and wrapped. we will go through the details of this later when I will show you the effective code. This is just an overview on that. This is my color palette. I decided to refer to pretty green color palette, and I defined my primary colors, my accent color, and the color of my text in my colors.xml file. So this is what you're going to find in the code. Feel free to change it if you want to reuse the project and you don't like green. It's okay. I won't be bothered by this. So for what regards the fonts, I chose Ubuntu and Righteous. And these are some fonts that came from the Google Fonts. At first, what I tried to do is to make my project referring to the resource without really incorporating the file into my project. But then something went wrong. I don't know, there was something not working. And since I hate bugs, I simply incorporated the font files into my project. So everywhere it will be running, it will be displaying fine. Then I thought, okay, this is nice, but I can improve it. So what I did is, first I inserted a scroll view, and this is particularly useful for the landscape layout, because you're going to see it when the app goes landscape, then you need to scroll to see the entire text. Then I thought, okay, I would something more live, and I came across this view flipper XML tag, and basically what it does is making the image views flipping from one to another. So this is basically this effect. The image changing effect is held by the view flipper. Then, okay, yes, this is nice, I like it, but what I tried to do now was to insert some fade in and fade out effect for the view flipper, but actually this is not possible without using Java. So for the moment I couldn't do it, but I will definitely do. And then the other thing I would like to do is adding more cards to my app. For example, to allow more quotes to be displayed, or more dates, or whatever will come into my mind. But still, for this you need Java. I made some googling around, and basically what you will do is implementing a recycler view and then managing the user swiping action with Java. So I left that aside for the moment. Then we are at the end of this short presentation. These are the references. You can find it in the Google folder I'm going to share with you, along as this presentation. And then here are my contacts. Feel free to contact me for whatever will come to your mind. Now this comes the second part of my presentation, of this video, and basically we will have a look at the code, which is here. And yes, this is how it looks like. This is my activity main XML, and here you will find what I already explained to you, but you will also find the attributes I use for actually implementing my app. So this is the scroll view, this is the card view, the relative layout, the view flipper, which contains the images, and then the text views. One important notice is that for settings the font, I needed to use, we can go through it. I needed to use API version at least equal to 26. So basically, this is an emulator running with Oreo, with an Android Oreo, and this is why you see the custom fonts. If you try to run the same code on an Android version less than Oreo, then it will fall back to the default fonts. I really like the way to do it because it was straight and pretty simple, so I wouldn't like to bother with supporting all their Androids. I know it's not like a common choice for a developer because, oh, probably yes, I don't know, it depends on basically what you want to do, but for me it was fine supporting only the latest version of Android. So this is to show you how I set the colors of my color palette and also the default font of my app. Then we can have a look here in the resources. In the font, here you see you find the TTF file for the fonts, and here you find the definition of the custom font for both of them. And then for what regards the colors, you have the colors XML in which all the colors are defined, and these are the nice greens I showed to you before. So if we come back to the last slide, we can say this is done. Thank you for your attention and hope to be in contact soon with you. Cheers, have a nice day.